little Greek island. This is my second try. Uh, I got stuck. Somebody called, and apparently the phone just stopped. I couldn't get it to work again, so I just shut down, starting over. It has been already a very busy morning, and um, uh, stuff to do with some projects that are going on around the house. And in my little studio here, I'm getting ready to work on a new painting, to start a new painting. I went on this beautiful walk. It was a from the house uh, down to the village, and then from the village, I went to this great little cafe beach bar place called Banana Beach. It's absolutely great. The people who own it and run it are beautiful, wonderful people. And there was this rock formation from standing in the water. So I went in the water and I was looking at the rock formation and loving it, and has a great design to it, and I'm going to try and paint it. So I've got a canvas ready. I actually have two ideas. One is to do that rock formation, and the other is, and this is what I probably should do. The other is just painting from the beach into the water and going out into the depth of the sea. And the purpose of doing that being getting better at painting water, getting better at understanding how water works. Water has been one of those things that, like rocks, oddly enough, right? That has been very, very elusive, as water can be, elusive to me and my abilities, in the sense of, I mean, I'm kind of getting it, uh, but I want to understand water even more deeply. I want to get more familiar with all the different qualities of water, which are all very elusive, and nothing is stuck in stone because water is water. And so I'm having this idea of doing a painting where I'm just painting a very still, the water is being still, just pretty much up, with some ripples. But I want to work on getting the ripples right in the water and what's happening underneath, what you can see underneath, and how that plays, right? Obviously, you're seeing the same sand that is on the beach, but when it's in the water, the 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 tint of it all changes, and the deeper you go, of course, all of that changes. And then while that changes, you also have the ripples on top of the water, which are playing some kind of role. I tend to paint waves, little wavelets, because we don't have big waves here, but waves that are hitting the rock. And I absolutely love that kind of scene. I mean, I would love to have like the big California waves that are crashing down, and just this very expressive, dynamic scene. But we don't have that here in Greece. So, or at least not on this tiny little Greek island. So we have, it's very calm. And there can be waves, yes, but they're never really big, huge, crashing waves. We don't have that here. So it's perfect to take something that's calm and easy, quote unquote, right? Without too much going on, and just try to paint that and see what happens. So I'm thinking of doing that. The other scene is also being in the water, so I would have that play, but it comes up to these beautiful rock formation that I found. I just really loved it. It was exciting, and one of the things that unless you're an artist, unless you're out searching for the common and the beauty in the common things, most people would just not notice as much uh, as an artist, and that's because this is what we do. So we're very attuned to the visual in the world around us. Whereas another type of artist would be very attuned, if you're a writer, to words and what they mean and how they sound and the depth behind the words. And another artist in the kitchen who's creating a meal, the real understanding of how various flavors come together and what is the end product of that and what happens as it is heated up to a certain level and then what happens beyond that level to the flavor. And someone like me would not be able to decipher those subtleties because my focus is not in the kitchen, in creating meals. So I'm thinking about. I really want to paint these rocks because maybe I'll do that one because as I've said before, rocks for me have always been difficult. I make potato rocks. And I think I have a better handle of water than I do rocks. And you think, I mean, a rock, big deal, right? It's easy. I mean, rocks are easy. There they are. They're hard as rock. How can you not get it? But I struggle with rocks. So maybe that's what I'll do, and I'll get to work on both of them because the photo reference that I took is is really great because it has the water, right, with the little ripples, no waves, just little ripples, and how that plays, and then coming up to this rock formation. I just think it makes a more dynamic painting. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have an answer for that right now. So that's going on today. I also want to do part two of the warm and cool colors and get a little bit into the more finer details of that and what that means. Uh, and and then I have this request from somebody who said, "Hey, yeah, I get how to figure out the Fibonacci sequence, but can you like do a couple of examples of paintings using the Fibonacci sequence from start to finish, right? Because in the videos that I did, I already had the painting and I altered it to the Fibonacci spot and created a new focal point using the Fibonacci spot. So I took a painting that was done on the rule of thirds and just altered it slightly to see if it really made any difference. And then I did a second Fibonacci spot, Fibonacci sequence video for, I mean, with a real easy, just a super easy way to find that Fibonacci spot in your composition Super easy, so much easier than the first video I did, but that one doesn't get as much traction as the first one. Um, uh, and but I also took a painting that was already done, already painted, and altering it so that the focal area was falling in that Fibonacci spot. And to me personally, yeah, it makes a difference. It may be minor, but it makes a difference. It is that balanced imbalance thing that I love to say that. It just makes so much sense to my brain, right? It's a disharmony, but a balanced disharmony. So it creates interest. It has a higher vibrancy, a higher sense of discord, because when things are set in balance, like using the rule of thirds, if you're putting stuff on each cross point in that rule of thirds, it gets boring. It's too balanced. Doesn't work. At least for me. Some others out there, I'm sure you would disagree with that. But think about it. Everything in life that is a little bit off balance is more exciting. It has more life to it. So yeah, stick with that balanced imbalance. And so yeah, I want to do that video for this person. And I never know if I should put people's names up there, and like, some people show the actual comment, and I just don't know enough about this YouTube thing to be respectful to all of you out there. And so for the time being, I don't say names, and that's actually not anything that's particularly important for this particular morning musings. But those are my plans for today. So I want to paint this scene and start getting a handle of it. Maybe I'll use that with the Fibonacci thing. Ooh, that might work. And what if I did? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to combine the two and put that together. Okay, so you've just sat with me through my thinking process in this morning musings in the studio. Wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful day today. And I will be back again tomorrow. Take care.